I'm sorry, would you like some? As you can tell, we are reviewing the movie American Pie. Actually, we are going to be reviewing all the American Pie movies, minus Girls Real, because I don't really count that as an American Pie movie because it doesn't have Nick Levinstein, also known as, if you don't know, it's the main character in this movie. It's his dad. So I don't count that as an American Pie. I mean, it has Greg Heffley, but I don't really count that as an American Pie. Basically, American Pie is a sex comedy movie. If you don't know what American Pie is, I don't understand how you don't know what American Pie is, but if you don't know what American Pie is, it's basically a movie. Basically, the premise of the movie is four friends. They make a pact to lose their virginity before Stifler's party, which Stifler, great guy. You'll meet some of his cousins / brothers in the couple of movies after the trilogy, which I call them. But that's basically the premise. Let's go get to some reviews. Hello, welcome back. Welcome to the review corner. So American Pie got from the critic calendar on Rotten Tomatoes, it got 61%, and from the audience score, it also got 61%. Nice. So, some reviews for American Pie. From Kirk Honeycutt, American Pie has a likable cast, but the actors appear throttled back by a pedestrian script and direction. Consequently, one winds up liking the film more than it deserves because of the gameness of its attractive cast. I feel like the plot of the movie comes in a little more. The script is, it's kind of cringeworthy at moments, but I don't fully agree with this. Review. Alright, from Houston Chronicle, more likely to gross out adults than kids. That is true. Kids have a little more of a stomach to handle some of these movies, but I didn't find it that crude, so. Okay, from Jonathan Rosenbaum, another giggly, gross-out comedy for teenagers that's somewhat better than the most by virtue or of a more satisfying ending. The ending is pretty good. It is a pretty gross comedy, but it is. I do agree it is better than some other sex comedies. Yeah. From Jeff Andrew, a crude piece of work, spottily acted and directed. The directing isn't that bad. I don't know why people keep commenting on the directing. The camera work's a bit iffy at times, but still, it's a funny movie, so what do you expect? I don't think it had a giant budget either. It did not have a giant budget, by the looks of it. But that's okay. It's still a good movie. Just because it has a microscopic budget. This doesn't have a microscopic budget, but just because it doesn't have a huge budget doesn't mean it's not a good film. But besides that, let's go get to my reviews. It is now time for my reviews. We have 5 categories that we will be using across all the American Pie films. Also, stay tuned. At the end of this video, I'll include an extra review for you guys for the Christmas present. I'll have humor, crudeness, characters, plot, and acting. And then I'll rate it out of 100, and I recommend it, yes or no. So, the humor in this movie is pretty decent for a teen sex comedy. So, I'll give it like oh no, I dropped my marker. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I found the pie scene pretty funny. If you don't know what that is, go watch the movie. The crudeness was pretty, it's not that bad in this one. I'll give it like a 2. Definitely gets worse throughout the rest of the films. I'll give it a 2. That does not look like a 2, that looks like a Z. I'll fix that real quick. The characters in this I adore Stifler. I adore all these characters. Like, look at that, a 5 out of 5. I remember all the characters for their specific traits. Like, for example, Stifler is the non-virgin of the group. The plot was, it could be better, but it was pretty good for a first film, so I'll give it a 4. The acting was pretty good. I'll give it a 4. Although, out of 100, I will give it a 69 out of 100. And I would recommend this. So, here's my review. And let's get it on to the second film. Hey, what's up, Stifler? Fuck off. Welcome to the second movie. Today, this is just gonna be American Pie. So basically, this movie is about they go to a beach house and Jim, the main character again, also known as Pie Fucker, they go to the beach house and Jim wants to have sex with Natalia, which she's right here. You can't see it, but she was in the first film and Jim embarrassed her over the internet like really badly. And he wants to get experience. He's only had sex one time, so he goes to the band camp to ask if he was good or not. I'm just gonna leave it off there because that's pretty much the plot, and he's trying to find out if he's good at having sex or not. So let's go on to the reviews. Welcome back to the review corner. So, the reviews for this, the critic score was a 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience score was a 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, let's read some reviews. From Nell Minnow. Strange. I probably butchered that, but better than the first one, but still raunchy. Teens love it. I agree with that. I felt like it was pretty good. But yeah, teens would like this. It's I found this one from, and then this next review from Empire Magazine. Quote, not available. Cool. From Ben Falk. Writer Adam Harris has an uncanny knack of turning even the most predictable scenarios into slices of comedy magic. He did do that. There were some strange parts, and then you're just like, this can't be funny, and this can't be funny, and then it's funny. I got a few solid chuckles out of this movie. From Peter Travers, a slipshod sequel that looks tossed together over a weekend by people who couldn't care less. I disagree on that statement. I feel like it doesn't look like it was just made in a week. I felt like there was a bigger budget this time because they had lots more sets or stages to work with. And I mean, I don't think it looks like it was tossed over a weekend. I feel like it was a full-on fledged production. From Kirk Honeycutt, it's a cheesy mixture of porn and corn. Yep, pretty much. Alright, let's get on to the next segment where I share my reviews. Welcome back to this board. Alright, so for this one, it's just the same thing basically. With the humor, I'm giving that a 5 out of 5 because I got more laughs out of this one than the first one. For crudeness, I feel like, yeah, it was definitely more, but I'm just gonna stick with a 3 because it wasn't all too much different. The characters are still top notch. 5 out of 5. Same characters, so no one really knew, so. The plot was, give it a 3. It wasn't it was entertaining, but it wasn't a super different plot than the first one, really. And then the acting is still pretty good, so I'm just gonna give that a 4. And out of 100, I'm gonna give it a 76 for this one. And yes, I would recommend giving this a watch. Alright. Now for the third one. American Wedding. Guys, I'm getting married. This is the ring. No, keep your ring on. Guys, I'm married. Yay. Hey y'all, this is the third movie, American Wedding. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use the main menu screen because there was nudity on it, so I just skipped in the movie and the wedding scene, so. I also had to censor the DVD box because that was not appropriate either. This is the unrated cut, so, so basically, this movie is, spoilers, to the second one and the first one. This movie is about Jim and the band girl getting married when a lot of weird stuff happens and funny, wacky stuff happens. I really like the opening title sequence in this movie. They have a opening title sequence for the first 3 movies, and this one I found the funniest. The other ones are just sex and porn related. This one is still about sex, but I find it funnier. The line that Nick Levenstein, the dad of Jim, uses, I found that pretty funny. But that's basically just this movie. It's just them getting a wedding and then crazy stuff happens. This movie has it has some poop jokes in it, which I really don't find funny. That's the same thing with American Reunion. It has poop jokes that just aren't funny, don't hit with me well. They're just gross and stupid. But let's get to the review corner. Welcome back to the review corner. Alright, for this one, so you know the drill. The critic score for this one is 54% on RottenTomatoes.com, and the audience score is 63%, so let's get to some reviews. Another from Nell Minnow, the same person on the last review. Whoa. Another slice of American Pie, older teens only. Yeah, pretty much. This one's a little more crude than the last one. From Nev Pierce, quote, not available. Good job, you failed. From Robert Dennerstein, funny when it needs to be. I don't know what more you could ask from the third installment of a series that has gone further than anyone reasonably could have expected. Yeah. Third movies in series genuinely aren't super great, but that's debatable. So they did try new things. From from Kevin Carr. It's not as good as the first film, but it's definitely a step up from the previous installment. Agree to disagree. From Joel Sigel, American Wedding, the hardly awaited sequel to American Pie 1 and 2, picks up right where the others left off, which is, it starts at the bottom and works its way down from there. Yeah, I feel like, the first 2 are pretty good, and this one's okay. But let's go check out my reviews, alright? Let's go check it out. We're back. So, American Reunion. Time to fill out the chart. You know the drill. Okay. Humor in this one was not as good as the other two. That's not a number. That's Minecraft. That's Minecraft enchantment table. Humor, 3. The crudeness was... This one was pretty bad, so I'm giving it a 4. This one got pretty bad near the middle and the end. Characters are the same as always. 5 out of 5. You gotta get it, yeah. The plot for this one was... Give it a 3, I'm being generous. It's alright, but it wasn't as good as the first two. And the acting was debatable. 3. Out of 100, I'll give it a 63, and you should watch it at least once. You don't have to watch it any more times than that, so you should at least give it a try. Depends on your preferences, really. But let's get on to the next movie. American Reunion. I know for this one, it's like the last one in the series besides Girls Rule, which literally just came out this year. I'm not reviewing that piece of shit. But it has the original gang in it, so let's just do that one instead, alright? I'm back, bitches, and I'm better than ever. I'm a fucking alcoholic. Ugh. Enjoy the reunion. Why would you do this to perfectly good characters? Why? Ugh. So, as you can tell, Reunion is a hot steaming pile of shit. I fucking hated it. The plot is so stupid. It's literally just them going to a reunion. It's all them meeting up at a bar and going to a reunion and reliving their old days. This movie is weird and stupid. And there's one scene where it made me very uncomfortable, where you see fucking Jim's dick. Why'd you have to do that? I don't want to see that. I fucking hate this movie. You had to reunion American Pie like that, man. Why? Oh, why did you have to do that to them? Let's go get to the reviews, I guess. Welcome back to the review corner. I hate this movie. So, from the critic score, they gave it a 45% on the Rotten Tomato meter, and the audience gave it a 63% on the tomato meter. Idiots. So, some reviews for this movie. From Angie Han. One thing that hasn't changed at all in the past decade is the series' trademark mix of raunchy humor and hard-on-sleeve sentiment, and American Union is every bit as delightful, disgusting, and crass as any of these movies have ever been. Yes, it is raunchy and has point to it. It has, the point is decent. Oh my god, what the hell is happening to my hair? God damn it. Jesus fucking Christ. But it's not good. Movie isn't good. From Donald Clark. SLT's reassuring to see that Silvari, Wooden, and Raid Flat can still work. That doesn't involve wearing high inlet and a name tag. Yeah, pretty much. From Peter Bradshaw, there are a few gags, but inevitably the guys wind up sentimentally telling each other they should do this year. Please, no. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much the story. This movie's fucking garbage. I don't even want to read the good reviews, but whatever. From David Sexton. Sex. Some things they do better over there, some things they shouldn't do over here at all. That's a good review. I mean, sure, but it's mostly things they shouldn't do. It's just stupid. It's like fucking toilet humor half the time. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay, let's go see my fucking review. God damn it. You already know. I fucking hate this movie. Humor. 1. It's trash. It's not funny. Crudeness. 2. Not very crude. Whatever. It's not bad. Characters. 3. They're flat and boring in this one. Plot. 1. You fucking hate this movie. Acting. I mean, it's not bad acting. I just hate the characters. Total rating out of 100. 22. Recommended? Fuck no. Let's get on to American Pie Presents Bandcamp. An actual good sequel. Let's go. Yeah, I'm a band geek. What about it? Again, this main menu for this movie was way too crude and had nudity, so I just chose a random point in the movie. I just chose a band scene, basically. So the plot of this movie is basically, this kid, Stifler's younger brother, he goes to this band concert right here and messes up their instruments, so they cry when they play them. I don't know what he does to them, but... So then he either gets suspended or goes to band camp. He chooses band camp. So he goes to band camp and he hates it and he does weird things. He gets cameras and puts it in the showers, the girls' showers and stuff, and records stuff so he can get into his family porn business. Yeah, that's the fucking plot. Yeah. I don't know, I got close to the camera for that, but, this movie is funny. It at least has a plot, and it's not as ass as Reunion, so let's go get to some other people's reviews, shall we? Woo! Welcome back to the review corner. So American Pie Bandcamp, this movie didn't get really good reviews, but The Naked Mile got way worse. So the critics reviewed this a 17% on the tomato meter, and the audience reviewed it a 50% on the audience score. So, see some reviews for this movie, shall we? I see one good review. One fucking good review. Okay, well, that sucks. From Brian Costello, crass and unnecessarily sequel with lots of cursing sex. Yeah, that sounds about right. From David Cornelius, does anyone really want to see a moronic, cheapy sequel spin-off to a flailing series? I haven't met one person yet who can answer yes to this question. I can answer yes to that question. From Caffeinated Clint, funny, high-spirited, and a pleasurable place to toot your horn at. Hilligan brings brilliance. I mean, yeah, I would say so. We're gonna read a audience, that's way too long a review. From Elise C. I think this movie is so bad that it is good. This is my absolute favorite movie, despite the fact that I could probably critique it for hours. They didn't. They butchered the spelling for hours. They spelled Aures. I just found it so entertaining and just hysterically funny. It's a pretty simple story and just quite ordinary, but I can't help it. I still absolutely love it. I watch it again. This person sucks ass at spelling. Like 5 times a week. My advice, watch the movie, maybe Mabby. This person needs to take an English class. You like it, and Mabby. You don't. Just don't overthink it. Just sit back and enjoy the witty dialogue. Seriously, I will buy you an English degree. and stupid but entertaining story. Yeah, pretty much. Besides you're fucking butchering your spelling, like, Jesus Christ, take an English class. Oh my god, I will pay you to take an English class and just stop hurting my brain. Jesus. Alright, let's get on to the next. Let's get on to my review now. We're going down now. Alright, let's go. You should know the drill by now. Alright. Humor was solid, not as bad as American Reunion. 3 out of 5. Crudeness was much higher this time. 4 out of 5. Characters were kind of hollow and just flat, like they were just sex objects, so a 2. The plot was decent, 3. And the acting was sub-tier, 3. All of score, I'll give it a 72 out of 100. I thought it was pretty good. I'll give it a watch if you like movies that are so bad they're good. That's what I would classify this movie as. Next up is American Pie presents The Naked Mile. Oh boy, folks. You're in for a ride for this one. Oh boy, I just ran a mile naked and I am parched. Oh, a cleverly placed jar, I see, full of water. Just a sip, I guess. Just a sip. Just a sip wouldn't hurt anyone. Oh, wow. That was a lot of water. Welcome to American Pie, The Naked Mile. This movie's so weird. Okay, so this movie, the main person, that's Stifler. I like Stifler in this movie. He's pretty PogChamp. He's in this one and the next one. He's in this one in Beta House. I like him. It's the cousin Stifler. But the main guy gets a pass from his girlfriend for a guilt-free pass to do whatever he wants, has sex with anyone he wants for a weekend. And on that weekend at the college, there's the Naked Mile where basically people run naked. That's basically the entire movie. That's basic premise. In this movie review, I ain't spoiling shit for you, so you have to go watch it, except don't watch American Reunion. Don't waste your fucking time. I'll tell you if you should watch it, or just don't waste your fucking time. Okay, let's go to the reviews. Oh. Welcome back. You should know the routine by now. So the critic score, this is quite sad. They got a 0%. So there's no good reviews on this, so too bad, deal with it. But for the audience score, they got a 61% on Rotten Tomatoes from David Nussayer. A typically worthless straight-to-video American Pie sequel. Agree to disagree. David Cornelius. Crude, sure. Vulgar, no doubt. But funny, not at all. That is pretty true. It wasn't very, very funny, but I'm only going to be reading, and I'll read the rest of these. Scott Meinberg. I don't know who's out there buying this American Pie video sequels, but I'm sure do wish they'd stop. That sucks. I would buy it. From Heather Boner. Boner? I don't fucking know. Another raunchy race toward the first time. Adults only. This movie isn't very funny or original, really. It's just another American Pie movie that they're just trying to make some money off of, so. Let's go get to my review, though. Hello, welcome back. You should know the deal by now. Humor was R8. 3. Crudeness is out of control in this one. This is like a 5 out of 5. First ever 5 out of 5 on the crudeness scale. The characters are pretty bland and boring most of the time. I'm giving it a 2 for the Stifler. The plot was okay. A 3. The acting was subpar. I'll give it another 3. Although this one I'm going to be giving a 70 out of 100, and you should watch it at least once. So yes, recommend. It's not as bad as Reunion. You're a fucking beta. House. So this is American Pie Beta House. The basic story for this is that there's the Beta House and then there's the Geek House. I don't remember the name for the Geek House, so I'm just gonna call it the Geek House. Where the Geek House is trying to take over this house, the Beta House, so there's no stupid alcohol and stuff like that, and they don't want their campus to be known for stupid and bad stuff, so that they want to get rid of it and they want to take it over, so they have the beta games. Basically, that's the entire premise of this movie, so let's go get some reviews. Whoop! There is no critic review, so there's not available yet, but for audience review, there's a 56%, so it wasn't very good. But some reviews, we have 3 reviews here we can read from. Brian Costello. Raunchy college comedy is sexist, dumb, and boring. That is pretty true. From David Cornelius. Hey, he's back. If somebody like Levy can't escape the vicious circle of these loosely flicks, what helps do we have? From David Nusser. I agree with David, though. Cornelius. David Nusser, completely and utterly devoid of anything, even resembling competence. I agree, the movie isn't very great, but doesn't mean you need to diss it all that much, but. Welcome back. Today, this is just going to be for Beta House. The humor is not very good. I'll give it like a 2. I'm being generous. The crudeness is like a 3. Oh, hello, cat. What do you want? Now's not the time. I'm reviewing movies. What's up? Okay. Characters are bland and boring, so 2, but they do have Stifler, so that I'm giving it a 2 for that. The plot is 3. I find the games pretty good. The games are pretty nice. The acting is 2. It's not great. Out of 100, I'll give it like a 42 out of 100, and not recommended watching. It's a waste of time, in my opinion, so. What a good book made by Stephen King. Hey, guys, this is the final movie review. By the way, this surprise will be going up in 5 minutes after this video is posted. But So this is the American Pie, the Book of Love. The story is basically they find a book and they're trying to find love. And they're using the book's advice. It's a book full of sex. It's called, I'm not going to say the name because it could offend people, but they use it and it's not working out so well. So they try different things and wacky scenarios and funny stuff. And then there's also the Carpetmobile. I like the Carpetmobile. I'm going to dedicate a segment to the movie to the Carpetmobile. Yep. I just did that. Seriously. But that's literally the story. The guy in glasses is trying to hook up with a cheerleader, and he's in love with her. The one guy is trying to get his girlfriend to have sex with him, but she's saying waiting till marriage because she believes in God. And then the other guy is just trying to get the girl that he's had a crush on for a long time. That's basically the story. So let's go check out some reviews. Hello, again. It's the final review time of this video. But the new video should be coming up later today or tomorrow. No promises that it'll come up today. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. So again, with this one, for the critic review, there is no critic review. Fucking dickbags. There's one review, though. The audience score is 28%, which is fucking terrible. From David Newsire. He writes, a typically low rent and flat out needless straight to video endeavor. I agree. Yeah, this movie is absolute ass. It's not good. It's bad. It's a bad movie. That's the final review time, everybody. Let's go to the final my review time. Final review time, everybody. The humor in this movie is ass. The crudeness in this movie is a lot. The characters in the movie are ass. The plot of this movie is ass. The acting in this movie is ass. This movie's getting a fucking 25 out of 100, and it's not recommended. It's a piece of shit. Bye, everybody. If you made it to here, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.